Welcome friends, and welcome back to Katie's Camp Kitchen. Today we're going to be using an induction cooktop with a Bluetti EB3A. A few months back, Ive over at Ask Ive Solar did a fantastic video on induction cooktops and portable power stations. One of the things he noted was that the particular cooktop he had, a Dux top, would not work with a Bluetti EB3A. I happened to have the same cooktop and repeated his results. Then I was on a quest to find an induction cooktop that would work in my camper van, Bluetti EB3A, as I wanted to be able to take it camping and use those two together. Today I'm going to be using the Bluetti EB3A and an induction cooktop to see if I can make some soup using this induction cooktop. Induction cooktops are great in small places because they do not have an open flame. When we are camping, often I prefer to try to use something electric if we're at a campground, and especially when inside. And I thought, why not try that with the different power stations that we have? So let's get started. First of all, when cooking with induction, you need a pan that's compatible. The best way to check for that is to see if a magnet will stick to the bottom. And this one does. Also, cast iron, of course, works great. This particular induction cooktop, you can select either temperature or watts to cook with. It has a selection of 600, 900, and 1500 watts. Since the Bluetti EB3A has an inverter that is 600 watts, I'm going to use the lowest setting. The induction cooktop I'm using is called a Nuwave. It's the Nuwave Precision Induction Cooktop Gold, and basically the difference between some of the gold and the silver and the different ones you'll see is the diameter of the surface. This is an 8-inch magnet. And the great thing about these, besides no open flame, is that they will not heat up your space. They heat the contents in the cookware without heating the surrounding areas. So it's really great, especially for summer. And you can see we're using about 2 watts right now just to run the background loads of this cooker. First thing I'm going to do is turn this on watts and put it on 600. Should be able to see the little 600 there. My husband loves Panera broccoli cheddar soup, so sometimes I make it, but sometimes we buy it as well. So I'm going to heat some up for him for dinner tonight. I'm going to just pour in the soup. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Over here you can see we're at 516 watts of power. Once you get used to cooking with these, you can set it for a temperature or a heat level, and also have a time. The other great thing about this is that it's not hot out here. It does get hot in the ring. I'm going to see how long it takes to heat that up. It's been about 5 minutes so far. We're already at about 150 degrees. Again, this is heating on the lowest wattage setting of 600 watts. If you were in your house or at a campground, you could definitely run it a lot hotter. Just going to check some of the surface temperatures. So 81 out here, and where the heating is going on. A little bit hotter around the outside. 190 inside. When I lift up the pan, it automatically turns off. We're at 8 minutes We've used about 50 watt hours. And surface temperature 140 to 150, 160. And let me just stir this a little bit. You can see around a little bit of boiling beginning there. Let me just check it on the inside. 183, 196, 203, 187. And hopefully you can see the soup is bubbling. So that's plenty hot. It's final temperature 198 where I measured, but I'm sure it's hotter than that. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off. We'll just pause it, and clear will completely cut it off, but I want to let the fan run just a little bit. So 60 watt hours, 10 minutes total. So that's great. And on the Bluetti, 65%. And I want to quickly measure the temperature of the cooktop. 187 on the inner ring. On the outer ring here, 83 degrees. In my kitchen right now, it's 67. So that gives you an idea of all the temperatures. So I think that was a great experiment, and we'll do some more in the upcoming weeks and months. For more information on cooking on other induction cooktops, please go over to Ask Ive Solar and watch his great video. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks so very much for watching. We'll see you around the campfire very soon.